We found out this week that the FBI does indeed use drones to spy on Americans inside the United States. Now newly released documents reveal it's been going on for years on at least several occasions. Federal aviation officials released the documents after a Freedom of Information request. They blacked out the vast majority of the information, as they always do, said the government has to keep its secrets. But those secrets began to unravel earlier this week with the stunning admission from the head of the FBI.
Does the FBI use drones for surveillance on U.S. soil?
Yes.
I want to go on to a question.
And let me just put it in context, though, in
Sure.
a very, very minimal way, and very seldom.
Very minimal, very seldom. The FBI director went on to say that the feds are still working out the rules for very, very minimal and very, very seldom. No rules yet on that. Just kind of, just do it. Whatever you feel like doing, just do it. It's a process that's apparently taking a long time, this rule-making thing. The documents out today reveal that the agency's been using drones inside the U.S. since at least 2009. Catherine Herridge is with us. I remember back when our channel was brand new, Catherine, as an aside, we didn't yet have really a human resources department or a...
No, we did not.
We didn't have a budget department. So if you wanted something, you just went out and got it. It was the greatest thing. Rules take a while to develop, I suppose. We all do. And the FBI, if they ever get rules together for when you can drone people, I'm sure they'll miss the days when they didn't have the rules, like today. They don't have rules today. Right?
Well, that's right. Well, in part. We spoke with a leading privacy rights group earlier today, and they said these documents actually say a lot about the FBI program, even though so much of the information is blacked out, as you mentioned.
I think the fact that the FBI documents are heavily redacted is incredibly significant. It shows this culture of secrecy, this just pure opaqueness in the way drones are operating in the United States.
The documents do reveal that the FBI is using a drone called the Puma AE. You see it there. And while referring Fox's specific questions to the FBI, the California manufacturer says it's highly portable, compact, and carries a color and a thermal video camera to send live surveillance data to its operator with about a 2-hour flight time, adding that it's suited to search and rescue and specific law enforcement incidents. Also this week, the FBI confirming the use of a drone during that February hostage standoff in Alabama when that retired trucker took that little 5-year-old boy. The trucker ended up dead and the boy was saved. But the FBI points to that as an example of the limited use that they're making of drones in this country, Shep.
All right, I'll get back to drones in a minute, but they said the other day they're still coming up with the rules, right?
Mm-hmm. That's right. That's really the fundamental issue here, is that the FAA documents make clear that they've been using these drones for the better part of 4 years, but when it comes to establishing some kind of privacy policy, that is still in the works.
We are in the initial stages of doing that, and I will tell you that our footprint is very small. We have very few and have limited use, and we're exploring not only the use but also the necessary guidelines for that use.
And after the release of the FAA documents, the FBI said in a statement the use of UAVs is covered by existing Bureau aircraft regulations and FAA rules, and we have said they are used in limited circumstances to support an operational need. Sort of the big question here, or the elephant in the room, is to what extent this kind of surveillance data gathered on U.S. soil can be retained or held and then cross-referenced with other databases. We now know under certain circumstances the NSA is able to retain data that it collects on U.S. persons, because when you bring these databases together, that becomes a multiplier. In this case, the whole is much greater than the sum of its parts and tells you a lot more about an individual than you can just pick up from a single source, Shep.
Thank you, Catherine.
You're welcome.
We have news helicopters. We have like 10 of them across the country, our company does. I'm going to get us some news drones. Have you seen these little drones that you can buy? They have a camera on the front and a camera on the back. You can control them with your iPhone, fly around the house, fly around the yard, fly over next door, do whatever you want. Get some news drones. CNN doesn't have a news drone. Anybody seen a news drone over there on CNN? Anybody? It's a new day over there or something. A lot of things are the same, though.